I actually do want to give a member of the floor, man. Alexi, what are you wearing and why are you wearing it?
Oh, hey man. Look, you know, recently launched the brand Kalopsia, inspired by Greek culture, Greek history, from myth to modern times, man. We just dropped our first collection inspired by the papus, the old men of Greece. KalopsiaStudios.com if you want to check it out. This hoodie will be coming soon. Hopefully within the next month and a half, I will be dropping this. 100% cotton, made in Portugal, getting that quality. And yeah, man, just a little side project.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It's a really nice blue. I don't know.
I
I think I
appreciate
saw
it.
you
Yeah,
post. I think I saw you
posted a
post
little
something.
teaser. Just posted today on TikTok a little, review my reactions when getting these samples, and quality's going up. Quality's going up. I'm excited.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And how would you say, because you had it drop this weekend, by the time
Yeah.
this releases, it will have been almost a week since your release. So I know things are probably still in the works, but how was the first drop? What were your thoughts? What were your experiences? What were your feelings?
Yeah, no, I was telling Dre, like, it's weird because it's like you're establishing yourself, and you don't really have a baseline and expectation. I'm really happy, like, friends and family have shown out to support, and in terms of impressions online that I've gotten, it's been good. Like, my Instagram, I've gotten over like 5,000 views on the account, which, like, for starting out is great. And I know it's a long journey, and like I'm just glad though that how everything is kind of shaping up, given like I'm the only one doing this, like making content or doing the graphic design and everything. I think if I were to change anything, I would probably, and I still might do this, is invest in some Instagram ads to actually push it out and see, as an advertisement, the videos I posted, like how does that work? Will that engage with people, lead to followers, lead to conversions? But it's been a big learning experience, and for anyone who's been struggling on the job market, the best way to get some new skills is to get them yourself and learn the hard way. And this is what it's been like for me. So I've been really happy with that. I've gotten a lot of just positive sentiment from people saying it's a good idea, and the execution is looking good, and so now it's just, it's a long game, and it's staying consistent with that.
For sure. I think, to speak to the whole Instagram ads thing, I think that would probably be huge. I think the days of like sketchy Instagram ads are a little bit behind us, because when I think about just like my feed and what I see when I'm scrolling, I see a lot of ads for brands that seem very interesting. They're very catered to my likings. Like a lot of it's really interesting. I think there's also a boom in, like, this is a very, like, kind of off topic, but like Christian streetwear. I've been seeing it a whole lot.
I've been seeing that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I think it's cool. Like, I don't have a problem with it, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, I never expected there to be such a boom with it. So I feel like there's just not an oversaturation, but there are plenty of huge brands out there, and so when I see Instagram ads, it allows for me to see like new, unique brands that I have never seen before. And
Yeah.
when I check them out, I'm like, this is great quality. Like, this is quality stuff, and I would have never found it had it not been for those ads. So I would say, I would encourage you to go that route, because I'm sure it opens up that visibility.
Yeah, I definitely am. I want to see how now, like, once a week goes by of those videos being up, which is probably tomorrow or the day after, I'm probably going to invest in that and see what type of difference that makes. But I totally agree. There's been a huge kind of blow up of brands based around different cultures and religions. And I'm not going to act like I'm OG because I had this idea a few years ago, but it all seems to be very based around Christian, and then I see a lot of the times around like Arab culture. Like, those are the two biggest ones where I just see like brands kind of blowing up, and it's great, you know? I think what I love so much about this idea of like, you know, culture or an ethnic group attached to like a brand is like the point of fashion in a way. It's expressing yourself. And if that culture even means a bit to you in some way, and that design relates to you, then I mean that's like a better expression than you could get than just wearing like, you know, an Adidas Kith collab or like a random Nike tee. Like it's different. It's more emotional.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get that. And I like that. I think it's interesting because when you talk about, can you talk about just like the meaning of the Kalopsia, right?
Kalopsia. Yeah. Drake got it with the accent.
Man, little Percy Jackson in the veins. You know?
Word. I know you and I have had this conversation, but for the viewers, man, why did you go with that name and what does it mean?
Yeah, so fun fact, when I initially had this idea, it just came up with Kalopsia, which in Greek quite literally means good, bad. And, you know, a bit generic, but I wanted it to be a name that was fun and obviously Greek and had some sort of meaning. And at the time, my whole concept was like, you know, there's the good in life, the bad in life, but it's a little too simple. And when looking for a different name and just thinking about different options, I came across this word, Kalopsia, which means the delusion of something being more beautiful than it is. And I don't want to explicitly say this on my site, but when I saw that, it kind of expressed to me what fashion is in a way, is we take it so seriously and so intensely, like you almost become deluded into thinking about brands and just different businesses on a higher level, when at the end of the day, it's a hoodie you're wearing, it's a t-shirt you're wearing, it's expressing you and expressing what you enjoy, whether it's a basic tee, like a plain tee or not. Like there's always some visual signifier you get seeing a piece of clothing on someone. And it's kind of your choice of how far down that path you want to read into it. And so I thought that word with that meaning just was a really great concept and something that I believe in. And, you know, I think it's something that kind of pertains to also the mythological aspect I'll be getting into of some designs of like playing into myths and different beliefs and things like that, you know, a certain aspect of, you know, delving into a world.
That's what's up. That's really cool, man. I love that. And you know, best of luck in the future drops, man. It was really cool. It was really cool seeing you, you know, getting that page started up and like seeing the drop and seeing just like, you know, just being on the website for me, just like hopping on the website and seeing that it was something that we could work into. So big congrats, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support. And, you know, to anyone watching, listening, it's very corny sounding, but I feel like it has to be said. It's like, if you have an idea, just do it. I thought about this idea for years and was always overthinking about, the execution isn't perfect or it's too hard or I don't know connections in this. If you can just take it day by day, and at the end of the day, if you could get like 70% of what you want done on the very first try, just go with that. Don't worry about it being exactly perfect as you want it to be, because it takes practice, it takes time. You just have to get a start. You have to establish that baseline. And once you do that, it's only up. So that's my motivational speech for the day.
Link in the description, man. KalopsiaStudios.com. That's correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll link that for sure.
Much appreciated, y'all.